Hi Cancer, welcome to my channel. I'm your Cosmic Auntie and this is going to be your monthly reading. I am recording this in April, but it could find you at any point in time and feel relevant to you. Energy works in its own cool way, right? So whenever it does find you, I'm really glad you're here and I hope you stay if you'd like to, of course. Yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you. I really celebrate every little thing here. Every view, every like, every comment, every subscriber, every donation, anyone who's purchased the extended readings to these monthly readings, like, thank you so much. This channel wouldn't be what it is without you, so I just feel so grateful for all of you, and I really look forward to witnessing it continue to unfold and grow. So yeah, I actually haven't been on here for a while. Life has been so wild. I just did the new moon in Aries solar eclipse reading, and there's just so much that's like literally shifting gears. There's so much being purged. There's so much being like released, and which is creating more room to expand. There's so much healing, divine alignment. There's a lot that's crumbling away but also falling into place. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's big energy. So if you're finding this video in real time, be gentle with yourself and remember all of the things that you've learned about yourself. Keep showing yourself love. Love is incredibly powerful, bringing your loving awareness to things that are bubbling up from the deep, from the past, that you've either worked through or are working through, that are attempting to, regain control. Just remember that you know what these things are. And when you can turn around and face these things and be able to know what they are, they do not have the power that they used to over you. And this is a time that's rife with that. This also is about external energy too. There may be dynamics in your external reality that know how to push your buttons, so to speak, and they may be manipulative, either unconsciously or consciously, unfortunately. And this is a time to again show yourself love and really remember that you have outgrown that certain emotional response, and you're hip to what that is. You're aware that of why that pushes your buttons, and also you're aware that whether or not, however you're resonating with this, if you are, you're aware that it's coming unconsciously or consciously. And there's this, being able to kind of, that's your energy, and be able to see like that someone is literally trying to put you down. They know what buttons to press to put you down, but those buttons don't work anymore, right, baby? The number has changed. Okay, which leads me into the visual that I received for you. And I received it, honestly, I received it like over a week ago, but shit just popped off in my own personal life, and I haven't been grounded enough to come and sit down here and do this reading. But what it is was a beach scene. I felt like I was walking on the beach. I was taking, a nice walk, and it was like this sandy beach, and I looked to my right. I looked to my right, and there was something written in the sand, but before I could see what it is, this wave came up and washed it away. I could see that something was there, but the water came and cleared it before I could see what it is. So there is also coming through your energy a massive surrender and release and new beginning energy here. So let's see what's coming up for you, Cancer. Cancer. 10 of Swords. Okay, yeah, there's a painful cycle ending, that it's done. Like I said, you know what this pain is. It's not some beast lurking around in the depth, manifesting and kind of murky ways or seemingly unattached ways, because this is a big deal. Like, this is a 10, it's the end, but there's also 10 swords that are essentially in your back. And the process now, even though it's over, it's time to heal. It's time to remove each sword from your back. Balm the wound, tend to the wound, show love to yourself as you heal these wounds. But it essentially, there is a painful cycle that is over. But like I was saying in the beginning, right? Like, what this pain is. Like, it can't fool you anymore. It can't trick you into, feeling powerlessness or small anymore. It may, remind you of feeling those ways, but there is a certain presence. Like, when I was walking on that beach, I felt really connected to nature. I felt calm. I did feel tender, and I felt raw, and I felt like, so it's what I'm trying to say is that there's this energy of you, Cancer, being very present with your emotions. And even though some past pain may trigger up from time to time, you again know what it is and are able to receive it through knowing what it is and loving yourself, and reminding yourself that you are not there anymore, and that it's valid to feel that way. It's valid to have these triggers come up again, because whatever this is, it's no joke. Like, it's a lot. It's one of the more challenging, it's one of the most challenging cards in the tarot. It depicts so much, and with it being a 10, like this, it could have happened yesterday, last month, last year, 10 years ago, or all in between. But whatever it is marking a painful, challenging cycle coming to a close, and a healing cycle beginning. Which reminds me of the wave washing away whatever that is. Like, it's really confirming that is over now. It doesn't make it any less painful, but it's done. The cycle is completed. It is being washed away. There's a whole blank slate here. The sand is clear. It is, wow, Cancer. My goodness, the cards have been so, it's just the energy in the air is so wily, but that's too many to take. I'm sorry if that's loud in my chair, but the Hierophant came out. Okay, that's really cool. Let's just make sure these are all right side up. With the Four of Swords here, just again confirming healing. There's a lot of cards confirming healing here. New beginnings. We've got the Fool in there. But the Hierophant, these cards are so cool. I'll show them to you. This is a pip style deck, so the only cards that are illustrated are the major arcana. The rest of the cards are just its symbol, and the numbers of that symbol. Okay, so there is a sense of, again, divine alignment, feeling really in your purpose. And again, Cancer, your purpose is to just live. Your purpose is to be. Your purpose is to live, grow, learn, literally experience life, to live life. That is your purpose. And so there's just this energy of release, and with that release, there's more room to, really feel secure in who you are and feel aligned with who you are and what it is that you're doing, right? The Hierophant is really stepping up into a leadership role in some way, or like stepping forward in some way, even just an energy of like divine awareness. So, you know, some of you could very well be like spiritual teachers and really, you know, rising up and stepping forward into a leadership role in some way, whether you're teaching a workshop, you're a mentor, you know, you're whatever it may be. But this isn't only for like traditional spiritual work. It's also this divine alignment for what for who you are and how you connect to the world, how you connect with life. And so you could be, you know, stepping into a leadership role or a teacher role or a mentor role in any kind of craft, any kind of skill set. This is also realizing what it is that you are wanting to learn, what it is that you are wanting to kind of dedicate your time to, commit to, and create structure in order to really connect spirit, connect, you know, heaven and earth. We are conduits. And the Hierophant is all about that. The Hierophant is about creating your own traditions, creating your own structure that supports who you truly are. And even though, you know, some of you, again, very well may be spiritual teachers in a traditional sense, you know, yoga teachers, Reiki practitioners, whatever it may be, you know, some of you also may be just heeding a certain call to stepping into a leadership position in some way in regards to a certain expression or awareness that you have to share with, you know, people who resonate with you, people who are intrigued in that same craft, that same awareness, and making the world like there's just so much divine alignment here, Cancer. Whatever this painful cycle is, it does not make it right, does not make it okay, but it has taught you a lot about who you are. It has created you are a very spiritually strong person, just point blank, but it is, I can tell that it has really helped you hone that with the Hierophant here. There's practices, there's that you have, you know, connected to ground you. Rather, you know, it could just be walking along the beach, you know, even just walking along nature. That may be your church, you know, whatever, that might be your thing. Like you know what grounds you, you know what brings you close to spirit, whether it is you are teaching it, whether it is that you are learning it, because this is the teacher-student kind of relationship, but this is also the relationship between us and life, us and the divine. So I can tell that there's things that you have learned in order to take care of yourself, in order to help you feel connected to life, to love, to divine energy as you navigate and purge yourself of this painful cycle. So as you embark on this like healing, this leg of healing, right? Because this is over. The Ten of Swords, this has happened. It's already happened. The Hierophant is, you know, really asking and inviting you into the things that are healthy for you, that help you ground yourself to on this earth, as well as keep you connected to spirit, you know, spiritual hygiene as well. Like this is kind of return to sender energy too, like remembering like you are your own powerhouse, you are your own connection to the divine. Don't let anybody else tell you who you are. Because remember, the numbers have changed, baby. The buttons are different. Like, you can't press me like that anymore. And that's a really liberating thing. What else is going on for Cancer? You just want to fly everywhere. Five of Pentacles. Interesting. It came out reversed. And I don't usually read reversals, but none of the other ones are reversed, so I'm going to keep it like that. So you're really changing things for yourself. Like, you know, a hard time is coming to an end. Like the Five of Pentacles is about change in your physical environment. This is about, like, you know, challenging times, you know, resources that are tight, and, you know, they very well maybe, but still, but I just sense a shift with the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Like things are really working in your favor, okay? Like they are, as you follow your heart, spirit comes and you know, like supports you. I feel like you've really turned things around for yourself. Like you have really turned things around, Cancer, in the face of some pretty, sorry to say, I mean, if you resonate with this reading, you'll know, but like, dang, you, and to be the Hierophant and have the Five of Pentacles reversed, it's like, dang, it's like really, it's really badass. It's really badass. And I hope you feel that way. I hope that I can help you feel that way if you don't feel that way, because it's badass. It's just like, to me, really, again, confirming this ability, like to not be, you're not manipulated in ways that you may used to have been. There's things that just don't press your buttons or trigger you in a certain way because you've handled, you've gone deep into yourself, and you've gone deep into your shadow, and you've done some profound shadow work. Like, you know what the beasts of the deep are, you know, like you've befriended them, you've learned how to love them, bring them into the fold in order to connect to the divine, to create a full spectrum experience. We talked about this at length in the video I just did for the new moon in Aries. A lot of this kind of came out in that way. Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so there's definitely things that you have dedicated yourself to, and I heard dedicated to living a happier life. Now that is very general. It can look so many different ways to you, but I just feel yourself committing to living a happier life, and protecting your peace. And really, like with the Eight of Pentacles underneath the Ten of Swords, I can tell that you have done extensive healing work. You have dedicated yourself to whatever this painful cycle is in order to understand its roots, right? Another thing, not to bring up this video again, but I'm doing you on the same day. So we're talking about, in the new moon in Aries video, about taking, you know, Frodo taking the ring to Mordor. That he had to take that ring to its origin site in order to destroy it. And I feel a very similar energy here coming through your reading, where you have followed the tether down to the root. You know exactly what this is and why it triggers you, and it is removing its power. And each time it rears its, like, you know, and each time you bring your loving awareness to it, it loses its power, and you incorporate more of yourself into yourself. It's like this soul retrieval energy. Seven of Swords. You know, that's so interesting. Oh my gosh, Spirit, I love you. Because I was just gonna say before this card came out, I was like, there's just an energy here of like you not being fooled. You just can't be fooled. Like maybe you used to, or people try to attempt it. I don't know. Like there's something like you can't be fooled. Seven of Swords, this is all about people trying to take your energy, or people, places, and things that attempt to take your power away from you. As well as there's a double kind of side to the Seven of Swords, is an action of taking your power back, reclaiming your energy, reclaiming your power, taking your energy back and embodying it. Okay, but it's a thief in the night kind of energy. It's very manipulative. It's very sneaky. I'm definitely picking up on a manipulative energy. This is either how you manipulate yourself out of your divine purpose, your divine presence, or someone, external person, place, thing attempting that, or both, right? Because when we're projected upon, right, Cancer, over time it becomes internalized. It can anyway. And this is where I'm sensing this soul retrieval is like you have this profound, like, spiritual hygiene coming through your energy. It's like, really developing an internal relationship with yourself in order to kind of spot those internalizations, to kind of spot and be able to be like, oh, what's that? Like, okay, that's not mine. Return to sender. Cut that cord. That's not mine. This is mine. Okay, like, I'm going to embrace this with love. Like, I just posted something on my story where it's like, healing is not becoming your best version of yourself. It's about loving the most challenging parts of yourself or something, or like the worst parts of yourself, the most unlovable parts. I don't remember exactly the words, but it really hit me because that is so true, right? We are learning how to embrace these trigger points in ourselves. We embrace these things to validate them, right? Because triggers are this, they are like this kind of, hey, like, look at me, like, I need love, right? Like, because oftentimes it's like where we've been hurt, where we've had to keep ourselves safe, where we have developed unhealthy coping mechanisms in order to keep ourselves safe in that time, but that time is over. So bringing our loving awareness to that is like, that time is over. I'm here, we're okay. You're valid. Like, that was a horrible time, or that was not fair to happen to you. This is deep inner child healing as well. Like, I feel this so deeply with you, Cancer, is that you have gotten to a point of like such like deep inner child healing. You have really incorporated the inner child. You've made a safe home for the inner child to be, which is showing me that you've created a very sturdy, strong home for yourself to weather the ups and downs and the challenges of life. Like, I just feel this energy of knowing that you got your own back, and that you can't be fooled in a certain way anymore. Like, you just, like, you're hip. I want to keep saying you're hip to it. You're hip to that. Not to laugh, because it's kind of like shitty, honestly. Especially if those of you are resonating with like, an external energy, like really trying to kind of manipulate you, or like, I don't know, like extract your energy in some way, or like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. So, but what I do see here is like, it doesn't have the same effect on you anymore. It doesn't. It's like water off a duck's back. Is that the saying? And I sense that maybe in quiet moments that there are some, like, some of those past feelings, or how it would usually trigger you, may come up. But I feel like because of this safe home you've created for yourself, you're able to kind of receive that in your internal space, in a place that you feel comfortable, in order to transmute it and not let it take over, and not let that, like, thwart your peace. Or because the Seven of Swords is right under the Hierophant, like, it's giving like jealousy vibes. Like, if there's any of you out there that are dealing with someone who's projecting their own jealousy upon you, that can create, situations where you minimize yourself in order to create safety in the environment. but I don't sense you doing that anymore. But yeah, they're like, some of you, this could just be for one of you, but yeah, some of you are like, some people are jealous of your spiritual gifts. So I really really want to say, you know, just keep up that spiritual hygiene, returning to center, you know, with love, like, you know, just leave me alone, return to center, this is not mine, doing cord, you know, cutting. And also with this eclipse, just like lay back and let the eclipse do its work, because it is going to literally eclipse out certain things. It's going to, like a storm, cleanse and remove the rubble, the bramble, you know, like, and create this space for growth. Yeah, others of you, like, you know, I do feel like this deep internal process where you're dealing with like internal triggers of where you know, self-sabotage, and this could connect on all of it, right? Like I said, projections that we get, especially like over time, which is the Ten of Swords here, like this could go way back into childhood, that you're releasing this conditioning, these belief systems that are not yours, these perceptions, right? Like, especially conditioning. So yeah, I do feel this on an internal and external situation, but I really just keep protecting yourself, okay? Keep protecting your peace, protecting your energy, because there's some, like, yeah, meh, no thanks, kind of like jealousy energy, or being threatened upon your spiritual gifts, whatever it is, because you are stepping into a leadership role in some way. You are stepping forward as a more confident version of you, regardless of if you are a mentor or a teacher, or you've signed up for a course, whatever it is. Because this is general, what this is to me is that you are stepping forward in a fuller confidence of who you are, feeling very connected to the divine, very grounded to this earth. You have this way about you where you take care of yourself. You walk in a certain way, and it triggers people that are, who knows what's going on for them, but it's theirs. So just keep your spiritual hygiene work up right now, is what I'm trying to say. But during the eclipse, just lay back and let it, like, just lay back, chill, drink water, and let the eclipse do what it's going to do as well. Because the eclipse is coming along and kind of taking the reins from all the work that we've been doing in our individual lives. It's taking the reins and it's ushering in this whole cosmic clearing. That's how eclipses work, right? It finds us and it kind of, again, like a blank slate. But I also picture it as like kind of taking the trash to the curb in a way. Like, it really brings the trash to the end of the road. We've bagged it up and stuff, and it brings it to the road and it carries it off. So give yourself a pat on the back, Cancer, especially because this shit does not bother you anymore. Like, I feel like you were able to spot what is a projection, like, from a mile away, like, you know, because of all of this internal work that you've done, because of all of this. Like, I just know that you're awesome for it, and to give yourself a pat on the back and trust yourself, okay? Trust yourself. And when it bubbles up within you, being able to receive it in this warm home you've created for yourself, to be like, oh, like, you know what? Why do you feel like you can't do it? Or like, you know, just, I feel like there's this certain like loving softness that you are bringing to the sharpest parts of yourself, and loving them. And then that is helping them melt and bring them into the fold and create this, like, you know, like the soul is able to expand and grow and express itself through your unique personality, your unique experience. So there's a space for one more. So let's do Cancer. There it this? Oh, the star. Yeah, baby, right underneath the Five of Pentacles. It's like it's like you've dropped a certain narrative, like, that is not mine, that is not my story, that is not my energy, that, this is not my this or that, like, and standing in your truth and connecting to spirit in order to navigate this time, because this time of healing, this time of understanding what this is, the Ten of Swords. And it may have ruffled some feathers because, again, so there's certain people, places, and things that can't push your buttons like they may have used to be able to. And it may have created some discomfort within you because you are pushing past certain blockages that are, that are like outdated emotional patterns that you've outgrown. So when you notice you second guess yourself, when you notice you doubt yourself, when you notice you feel it like you have imposter syndrome, or where you feel like all of these things, like, I sense that you are able to show up for yourself. There's a certain curiosity you're bringing to yourself and commitment to learning yourself, even in the more challenging things. And you have shifted your environment. You have reclaimed your story. You have reclaimed your narrative, your energy, your life. Yeah. Wow. Amazing. And there's just so many blessings raining down. I feel like whenever you find this video, but I am recording it around the eclipse season, that spirit, the universe is like, all right, baby, like, let's clear that out and let's bring this in. Like, there's so much hope and bliss and blessings, and a calm after the storm. And I just, you've reclaimed your life. Air chalice, air energy, which is at the bottom of the deck here with the Ace of Swords. Yeah, you have reclaimed your voice, your truth, your perspective, your intellectual intuition, your mental energy, your thoughts. This is how you are, like, able to be fooled or tricked anymore, because, like, you have done all this work. Like, oh my gosh, I am so proud of you. I love you so much, Cancer. It's so cool. I know that you probably feel like, I don't know, like, so fatigued. When I was walking on the beach there in that visual, like, I felt raw, right? But that wave came up and washed that away. Your connection with life, your relationship with life, this cosmic energy spirit is coming in and is clearing this away and creating, like, helping you have more mental space to focus on what it is that you are focusing on, to express yourself authentically. This is throat chakra healing. This is also the Hierophant card here, which is the Taurus card, which rules the throat. So I sense you speaking up and trusting your voice, trusting your perspective, establishing boundaries. We've got Earth Chalice at the bottom of the deck as well, which actually there's tons of earth, and it's only earth and air, actually. That's cool. We've got the Swords, Hierophant, which is the earth energy. It is depicting that connection, being conduit between heaven and earth. But then we've got the Pentacles here, more Swords, and the Star, which is Aquarius energy, which is air. So, interesting. Very cool. So there's a groundedness to your personal truth and your presence and your perspective and your expression, your ideas as well. Like, there's a lot of putting action towards your ideas. Again, boundaries, expressing boundaries, holding boundaries, speaking up for yourself, asserting yourself in a healthy way. Wow. Again, there's this like connection of sky and earth as well. Realizing your divinity, your divine connection to heaven and earth. Is there any more for Cancer from this deck, or should we move on? Okay. Merlin. This is what I'm talking about. With the Hierophant and Merlin, like realizing you're a freaking wizard. You're a wizard. Self-worth, yes, to value yourself. This is beautiful, Cancer, because it just is. Like I can sense, like, for those of you who are still here and resonating with this is a big self-worth journey. Again, you've become hip to what the irritant is, like, and feeling confused, like, because again, there's this energy of something being able to kind of thwart your perspective, whatever it may be, whether it be external or internal or both, right? And there's a painful cycle that has been explored and ended. Now it is time to heal. It is time to let go. Let the waves wash away that and step forward onto the brand new sand. Feeling tender, feeling raw, but feeling powerful, feeling connected, being in your truth, remembering that you are magic. You were the magician, right? The Merlin just came out. The magician has all the tools at their fingertip to be able to create. The magician is, the next card after the Fool, which is number 0, which is leaping into the unknown, stepping into the unknown, right? And then the magician is that activation of life force energy and that expression, taking that expression of it through creation, through creativity, to channel that life force energy. So I feel like you really, really remembered your power. You've come home to self. It's very powerful coming home to self, and now it's stepping out. I feel like you really kind of stepping out into the world, to take up space, be who you are, and yeah, like, it may ruffle some feathers. People might try and push you like they used to be able to push you when you were just being, but like, you are a being of light, and that can unfortunately attract projections from others that really it stems from their own self-worth issues. But people can project, people can feel, that's what bullies are, right? They feel better because of their low self-worth, and all we can do is just pray for them, return to sender with love, and keep minding your own business. And that's what I feel like you have been learning to do. So remember that if anyone tries to throw some ish your way, or try to knock you down a peg in some form or another. Yeah. Okay. So let's do one of these. Cancer. Whoa. Okay. Oh my gosh, this makes so much sense. Oh, this reading is amazing. Okay, 42, 5th ray of intellectual knowledge. Like, look at these haters. Look at them. But look at you glowing in the middle there. And yeah, this light that you have is just, delightful. And yes, it is something that you have learned to protect. It is learned to cherish because of probably many instances of people projecting upon you or trying to knock you down a peg, or felt better when you minimize, like, and then you learning how to be safe in these environments and internalizing certain things, like minimizing your power, or like over giving, or being consistently available, or being so afraid of yourself that you block yourself even though you want to go there. You deny yourself, you self-sabotage, like all of these things. Like, I mean, there's just so many ways that this can play out for you. If this is resonating in any way, please let me know down in the comments. But the process of healing is that you've woken up and you've realized that you have a very beautiful light to protect and cherish. And you have really dedicated yourself to learning about that. Not everybody is like you, Cancer. Not everybody is advanced. Not everybody is as spiritually evolved as you. For those of you who are here and listening to this and resonating with this, and it can be very threatening to people, and people can get ugly. They can. And it's unfortunate. It really is. But I feel like a certain energy here of releasing that to them, that is theirs. And, embodying the healing that you are taking on, and only, what I'm trying to say. It's like you're recalling your energy back to you. You're reclaiming your power and returning to sender any of these projections or anything, taking responsibility for how they have become internalized within you through radical self-love, but ultimately also identifying the reason why that's there, and again, returning it to sender. Okay, I'm going to read the small little right up here. What number is it again? 42. I looked at it so many times. Okay. The fifth ray of intellectual knowledge has come to you as a spiritual gift. You are being given the ability to find information you need, understand systems that impact your life, and find clarity in any issue that has seemed unclear or overwhelming. You shall sort the truth from the lies and learn what you need to know. The Archangel Raphael now assists you in integrating the blessings of the fifth ray. Yeah, so, this has been a investigation in many ways. This has been a journey in navigating the systems that we exist in, as well as the internal systems. But yeah, this is a spiritual gift, Cancer. Again, you are being given the ability to find information you need, understand the systems that impact your life, and find clarity in any issue that has seemed unclear or overwhelming. You are so perceptive. You are so smart. You are so tuned in. There's this clarity. You can see through things. There's this spiritual activation here, as well as navigating the systems that we all experience and changing them for the better. Many of you may be activists out there. Many of you may be people who are, you're assisting others and being very helpful, like being of service, right? The Hierophant. There's things that you are stepping further into as a divine purpose, and that literally can look like anything for you. Whatever feels aligned with you, whatever feels authentic to you, is what it is. But it's helping people. Whatever it is helping people. You even if it's just you existing in your power, it's helping people. It's inspiring people. It's even just someone standing in the grocery line. They may not say anything, but they can feel it. Okay, it really does raise the vibration around you. Again, you shall sort the truth from the lies and learn what you need to know. Again, there's just this energy coming through your reading, Cancer, where you can't fool me. You can't pull the wool over my eyes. That doesn't trick me like it used to, or that doesn't trick me, period, point blank. Don't even try. I know that what you're trying to do is throw me off kilter, or you're trying to, whatever it is that you're going through right now, or whatever it is in general, I just feel like moving forward, you're going to be, you know how to spot the bullshit. I do feel like it may have gotten you, oh my goodness, gotten you a little bit in the past, because you have an energy of being very open-hearted and being like very spiritually evolved, very sensitive, very giving, and people might have tried to take advantage of that, but it has been a catalyst for you becoming very much more discerning and protective over your peace. Okay, sorry Cancer, so many cards falling onto the ground here, but we have, she offers the sacred wine, so drink. It's one of my favorites. All right, let's get a Rumi poem for you. Okay. O wine giver of enlightened hearts, offer me the wine of your kindness, for this is the reason you have brought me here from the desert of oblivion. O beautiful wine giver, pour me the wine that gives me insight. Offer me the wine from the sea of love and fill my heart with pearls. Pour it into my heart until I shred the veil and go beyond reason. My spirit is consumed by judgment and my life is reduced by thoughts. Pour that precious wine over the frozen cries of skeptics until their words become warm and their nays become yays. Rumi. Oh my gosh, I love that. It fits so well. Thank you, Spirit. It's a beautiful way to start concluding the reading. Okay. Will you say yes to me? I want to take you with me on a wild adventure. There we shall be, tripping, stumbling, falling like fools, laughing our most unconstrained laughter as we drink the sweetest of offerings. Raucous and silly we shall be, though undoubtedly we are from the noblest and most royal lineage. Nonetheless, standing inside the tavern, warm and illuminated by the golden hearth fires, we will hold on to each other, barely able to stand up straight, crying with so much laughter, sweet wine coursing through our blood. Oh, it feels so liberating and freeing and like this, and natural, like being able to be who you are, and through that connecting with like-minded people who value you, love you, are able to have fun with you. But ultimately I feel like Spirit is like, baby, it's you and me. And there's this deepening relationship with Spirit, with divine energy, however that means to you, with life force. However you please insert the words that fit right for you. You just have this spiritual connection that's just incredible. And this, deep intuitive connection to yourself. And just freeing yourself from past pain, freeing yourself from other people's perceptions of you, projections of you, conditioning, self-conditioning, family conditioning, social conditioning, and just like reveling in life and reclaiming your life. This is what it is. Like, and remembering your power, remembering that you are a conduit. You are a conduit between heaven and earth, and you have this free will and this life force to create with, to literally create with. You are a wizard. Okay. All right, last one, postcards from Spirit. Let's get a postcard from Spirit. Let's see what they have to say to you, Cancer. Oh, you got two. Okay. Dearest you, there are times when loss is a part of life. Sometimes a loss is welcome, like when you leave a situation not in alignment with your highest good. Sometimes a loss is sudden and painful, like when a loved one crosses over to our dimension. Regardless of the nature of the loss and your control over it, your experience is asking to be acknowledged. Tears are necessary, as is grief. When you repress the natural expression of loss and try to move on too quickly, the unprocessed pain haunts you in destructive ways. We don't want that for you. Instead, let your heart break wide open. Feel the loss and integrate it. See the beauty that was, the lessons learned, and know that as you let go of what has passed, ever more of you remains. It gets better, we promise. Your heart expands with more compassion for the world ever than before. Love heals all. We are loving you, sending you love always and forever. Oh my gosh, Spirit. And Cancer, like, this is beautiful, and this is what we've been talking about. You know, you have been doing this, and there is a relationship with this work, being able to allow yourself to feel, to give yourself room to express, to feel, and that has allowed you to feel your own energy, which is probably assisted in being able to recognize what's yours and what's not yours, so that you aren't those, again, the buttons that are, you know, maybe you used to press your whatever, you know what I mean. But I love this. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Dearest you, we are sending you waves of love and joy as we watch you reap the rewards of your tenacity and faith. Yes. We know how long it has taken for you to reach some of your goals, and that you've had disappointments along the way. Right now, we suggest you take a deep breath and fill yourself up with the gratitude and tune into the vibration of well-being. Temporary conditions may be trying to hypnotize you into seeing something else as your reality. But we know that happy rewards are on their way to you even now. Change is the only constant, so be open to it. You will achieve your dreams and more, we promise. But more important, your happy rewards will be gathered up in the small moments, the gentle breezes, the soft kisses, and the quiet commitments. Your happiest moments will be on the journey itself, not in arriving at any destination. You are surrounded by so much love and care. Can you feel us? Oh, Cancer. I just got chills. That really, you know, draws me to the Star card here, the Eight of Pentacles. Oh, wow. What a beautiful, beautiful reading. And as I go back to that visual, I was walking along, I was enjoying the process. I watched that get washed away, and I really took notice. And it was on my right side too, so this kind of right-sided energy, masculine energy of having the opportunity to start fresh, that there's this fresh start here, and that I can, I could write whatever I wanted to write there. I could draw whatever I wanted to draw. And the waves again were washed away, and making a relationship with change. And finding your center. Building a home for yourself. And you are so loved. You are so, so loved. You are safe, you are loved, you are protected. I'm really proud of you, and so is Spirit, and I hope you are too. If you're here and you resonate with this, I hope that it assists you in feeling proud of yourself. Take that time to really pat yourself on the back. Take a deep breath and know that your life is your own. You have cleared so much energy. You have honored so many facets of yourself. You have built such a strong relationship with yourself, and therefore life, therefore divine energy. You're powerful, and each step you take moving forward, you're bringing that power into what you're doing. And it's amazing. It's amazing. Okay. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I'd love to have you as a part of the community here. Leave me a like. That helps me get these readings out into the world, to connect with other people that may resonate with the frequencies I'm sharing. And if you'd like to leave a comment, if you're comfortable, I love hearing from you. Yes. I love you very much, Cancer. This is amazing. This is amazing. And I'll catch you in the next reading.